Hey guys, so before watching this video, I will strongly recommend you to check out the dry run or the concept of linked list in my previous videos. I have mentioned their links in the description and here. And so please do that, do watch those videos before you proceed with this code video. It will be very helpful for you. Okay, let's get started with the code. Here we are at here we are in our IDE and we are trying to write our own linked list. Okay, so initially I've discussed with that a linked list will always be consisting of linked list nodes. So let's move this to here. Okay, so the linked list will always be consisting of linked list nodes. So I've created another class for linked list node. So I am using Java here, and you can use whatever the language you are comfortable with. They all support these features, and just syntactical changes will be there. Okay, so I have created a linked list node, and each node will contains two values that we will discuss. The two information, first is the data of that particular node, and the pointer to the next node. Okay, so this is how the linked list works basically. So uh, every node is pointing to the next node, and this will be just like a chain. Okay, so unlike of arrays that it has contiguous memory location, these chains are not necessarily to be contiguous. That is why we need to keep this memory address for every next node. Okay, and suppose this is our, let's start creating linked list. So we will be creating a private linked list head, and this will be in, and we will be creating a size that we want to return. Okay, so let's complete the get size function though. So the get size function is very trivial. We can simply return this dot size in this case. Okay, so we can simply return this dot size in this case. Okay, and now let's start working with insert at the head. So just like we did in our visual or the drawing approach, let's start with if our head, this dot head is null, that is nothing is pointing to, head is pointing to nowhere. Okay, if this is null, what we can do is we can simply make this dot head will be new linked list, and let me create a constructor so that it will be easier to create a new node. So I'm creating a constructor of data. Okay, now I will pass now linked list node. Okay, so the head will be linked list node, and now I will pass the value here. Okay, so if head was null, I have simply inserted this value here. If head was not null, okay, so in this case what we did is we created a temporary node. We created a temporary node with this value, and what we did is we simply make temp.next is equals to head, and head, this dot head will be temp. Okay, this is inserted the head, the code is done. This is all the code we required to do insertion at the head. Now let's see how inserted the end will work. So we will do our safety check if this dot head is okay. This is the safety check that we wanted to do. Okay, else. Okay, so this will be else as well. Okay, if head is null, we will simply insert that at head, and if it is not null, so now we will create our crawler. Okay, so the crawler will be initially at the head, and what we did is we did a while loop until crawler dot next is not equals to null. Okay, and what we did in crawler is we simply crawled through the linked list. So crawler will be equals to crawler is equals to crawler dot next. So it will move ahead in the linked list. Okay, so when the loop is ended, we will simply do crawler dot next is equals to new node, new linked list node, and this new node will contain this value. Okay, this is insertion at the head. Okay, now we wanted to insert at the position pose. So what we did is we first checked if this dot head is equals to null. Okay, if this is null, so there may be two cases we can handle this. That means the position doesn't exist. We can throw an error. So what we can do is we can throw an error if position doesn't exist. Or else we can insert at the end if or insert yeah, we can insert at the end, or we can insert at the end if position not exist. That means our linked list size, suppose the linked list size is 4 and we the query is for to insert the current value at 6, so the 6 doesn't exist in linked list. So what we can do is we can either throw that this position doesn't exist in the linked list, or what we can do is we can simply uh, insert at the last of the linked list. Okay, so the ideal way is to throw an exception because we don't want our linked list in a state that user is unaware of. So suppose if user wanted to insert at 6 and the user wants to find the value at 6. Okay, if 6 doesn't existed, we return back the fourth node. Okay, but we have inserted at the fifth position. When the user wants to find 6, we are returning him the null value in our search. That it isn't fine. Like, okay, so that we cannot do. So the ideal part is we can throw error. So if head is equals to null, and so what if the user wanted to insert at position 0? Okay, if it is 0, it is greater than 0, so we can simply throw new exception position doesn't exist. Okay, and now if this is not the case, and suppose if the position is 0, so the position is 0 is simply means we are inserting at the start of the linked list. So what we can simply do, we can simply call the insert at head with this value. Okay, else we will, what we did is we created a crawler. So let's create a crawler here, and this will be start with head. Okay, or suppose let's say if let's okay, suppose user provided us a negative value, so we can handle that check as well. So if our position is smaller than 0, we can simply throw this whole this runtime execution as it is, that our negative position doesn't exist. Okay, so we started our crawler and we will run the crawler till crawler. Okay, so we will start with int current position is equals to 0. Okay, so we will run our while loop until current position is not equals to position -1. That is, we just want to stop the crawler just one step behind the position we are trying to insert to. Okay, so suppose we will come back to this while loop in a moment. So after this whole thing, if our crawler, so what we can do is crawler, the crawler will be pointing to the one previous pointer. So now we can create our temp node or new node. So linked list node, new node will be new linked list node with this value. And now we will do the step that we did. New node dot next will be crawler dot next, and crawler dot next would be new node. Okay, so the insertion part is done. Now what we did in our this while loop is we simply did crawler is equals to crawler dot next. Okay, suppose at certain position our crawler becomes null, but this condition is still not get satisfied. That is, suppose our linked list is of size 4 and user gave us of size 6. Okay, so this while loop will run for until this current position will reach till 6, or it will definitely be throwing a null pointer exception in this case. So what we can do is we can simply do a safety check here. If crawler is not equals to null and this. Okay, so we will move our crawler until this position is not null. So if the crawler is null, that position actually doesn't exist. So we can simply do another check here. If crawler is equals to null, we can simply throw this error. Okay, and if everything works fine, this insertion code will run ultimately. Okay, so we have done all the insertion. Now let's do the deletion of linked list. So how did we do the deletion of linked list? We simply did this dot head points to. So this is deletion of the linked list. Nothing more fancy here. Okay, so now we want to delete at the head. Okay. Okay, so before deleting, let's do the search first. It is easier to code. Okay, so in search, what is we want to find this value in the linked list. If it is found, we will return a boolean that is true. If it is not found, we will simply return false. So what we did here is we simply created a crawler. So we will create a link node. Crawler, and that will start from the head, and we will start running a loop, and that loop will run until crawler is not equals to null. Okay, if this loop completes, that means we haven't found the value we are looking for, so we can simply return false from here. Okay, so now what happens in this loop, we will simply check if crawler dot data is equals to this value. If it is, we can simply return true. Okay, we don't worry about the next iteration. We can simply break this iteration and return true value because we have found what we are looking for. If this is not true, we can simply move ahead our crawler. So crawler will be crawler dot next. Okay, so this is how the search will work in linked list. It is very easy. And now let's see how deletion at head will work. So what we did is initially we created a okay, so deletion in head is very simple. So we first do a safety check that if this dot head is already null. If it is already null, we can simply return -1. Okay, or we can simply say, yeah, we want to return the data that we are deleting. Okay, so we can simply return integer dom min value, that is minus infinity, that the linked list doesn't exist. Okay, now we can check that insert at head, delete at head. Now we can what we see in our pictorial dry runs, that we will simply do uh, int, we will capture the value of head, value is equals to this dot head dot data, and we will return this value. And before returning this value, we will change our head, that this dot head is equals to this dot head dot next. That means we have moved our head pointer to one node ahead of that, and this head, the previous head, will automatically be garbage collected. Or we can clear this in C or C++ languages. Now let's see how deletion at the end works. So we will simply we will simply do this check. If this fails, that there is nothing at our linked list. Now we will create our crawler. Okay, so okay, we have created our crawler, and this will start from the head, and now we will move ahead with this crawler until crawler dot next is not equals to crawler dot next is not equals to null. Okay, now if now we have mentioned that we must check for the null for this value. If crawler dot next is equals to null, okay, so this must not be null, and this must not be null. Okay, after this, what we can do is we can simply check, we can simply get the data from value from crawler dot next. We are capturing this value, and in the end we will return this value. And before returning, what we will do is we will simply make crawler dot next is equals to null. Okay, now how our while loop will work, we will simply do crawler is equals to crawler dot next. Okay, we can make another check is if this dot head dot next is equals to null, that only head exists. Okay, so what we can do is we can, in this case, we can capture this value. Okay, so let's move this variable here and mark this as integer dot main value. Okay, if head is equals to null, we will return value, which is integer dot main value. If head dot next is equals to null, we will capture the value of head dot data, and we will do simply this dot head is equals to null, and else we will do all this, and in the end this will return the value. Okay, now let's see how deleted position works. So just like the insertion, we can have those checks in this as well. So initially we will check if the position is negative. So we can check this, we can have the safety condition. Okay, then we will check. Okay, I guess I've made a mistake here. Okay, so what I was not doing, I was not incrementing current position. Okay, if that was my bad. Okay, so I got that error before running. Okay, so okay, I've made this check. Now we will check for this. Okay, and now we will check for if we can simply do this check as well. If position is equals to 0, we want to delete head. Okay, we can have another condition else if position is equals to this dot size. Okay, we can simply do delete at end. Okay, if nothing works here, we can use this logic in insertion as well. Okay, here we can use this. Okay, now what we did at deletion is we created a crawler and we move ahead with that crawler, and whenever we reached the position which is position -1, we will stop our crawler at that very moment. So we will initialize our crawler, and after this we will start running our crawler, and we will check for current position. So current position, while current position is smaller than or is not equals to position -1. Okay, we must have that same condition in here as well. Okay, if crawler is null somehow, so crawler must not be null, and until this. Okay, so what we did is we will simply did crawler is equals to crawler dot next and current position plus plus. Okay, so at the end we will our pointer will be start pointing to the node just previous node that we wanted to delete. So we will check if crawler is null. Okay, if crawler is null, that means the position is not there. Okay, that means we have traversed the whole linked list, and the position that user asked us to be deleted is not there. That is, the linked list is already smaller than the position size. Okay, so in this case we can simply throw position doesn't exist exception, and if everything works fine, we can simply run that crawler dot next is equals to crawler dot next. And just before doing that, we need to capture int value. Okay, we are returning here. Okay, and just before we will capture int value for crawler dot next dot data, and at the end we will simply return this value. Okay, so deleted position done, delete linked list done, search is done, get size is done. One thing we didn't do is here we are not incrementing or decrementing our size whenever we are inserting the node. Okay, so inserted head, we can simply in the end do this dot size plus plus. Insert at the end, we can simply do this dot size plus plus. Insert at position, we can simply do at the end this dot size plus plus. Okay, but one thing we must note here, that if we are inserting using these functions, we don't want to increment the size value again. Okay, so in this case what we can do is we can simply cut this from here and paste it in the else part. Okay, so if we did insertion at the head, we can simply go here, increment size, increment at the end head, we went here and increase the size. If we are inserting at the position, that means we are in this S, the increment size will work here. Okay, now let's see how deletion will work. Okay, just before returning, we can simply do this dot size minus minus. Deletion at the end, just before returning, we can do this dot size minus minus. And in this case also, we wanted to do this dot size minus minus. And in this delete position, we are simply doing this dot size minus minus. Okay, so here goes our whole code for linked list. Okay, let me create a toString function for this so that we can visualize our linked list within the code as well. Okay, so how we want to visualize is just the data will have a pointer, that is current node will be pointing to the next. Okay, now into let's have a print method here. And what this will do, this will simply do system dot out dot print ln this dot head. This will recursively call its own method, the toString method, and it will be done. Okay, so let's create test cases for this. We want to create all the test cases, or instead of test cases, let's create a main function. Okay, so in here we will create a main function. Okay, so we will create a linked list, new linked list, and now we will start inserting data. Okay, so initially let's print the list. Okay, so when we are running this, our linked list contains none, that is, it doesn't have any value. Okay, so let's start inserting list dot insert at the end 4. Let's insert the value for here and see how this goes. So the 4 is pointing to null. Let's start inserting values here. 1, let's 2, 3, 1. We are everything is ending at the end, so this will be in the same sequence 4, 2, 3, 1. Okay, so now let's start inserting at the head. Okay, so we are inserting these values in head, and these will be in like -1, -2, -1, 0, 4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1. Okay, so this is how it will be work on. Now let's search for a value. Okay, so now we want to print search for list search print. Sorry, we want to search suppose 3, 4. Okay, now this must return true. Okay, now we want to search for 5. This must return false. Okay, here is false. Okay, so let me print some message. Search 5. Search 4. Okay, so now let's start on deleting our linked list. Okay, just one thing left. We wanted to insert at a position. Okay, insert at position. Suppose we wanted to insert 17 at position 3. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3. Here is 17 at third position. We have considered zeros in zero base index. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now let's start with delete. So initially we will simply delete. Okay, so before insert, now let's delete list dot delete and okay, so we wanted to delete the node at the end. Let's print this linked list. Okay, so see, 1 is now not the part of the linked list. So if we run this again 2 times, so the 3 will also get removed. Okay, so now we will do insert delete at head and delete at head twice. So -2 and -1 will be gone after this. Okay, so they both got removed and this print statement. Okay, so initially we have this linked list. We have deleted 2 from the end. Now we have deleted 2 from the start, and we have remained with this. Okay, now we wanted to delete from position. Okay, we wanted to delete at this moment, suppose from the second position, and here from the first position. Okay, so when we delete it from second position, 0, 1, 2, 4 will get 4 got deleted, and when we delete it from first position, 7 got deleted. Okay, now let's see our checks that we have given to throw the exceptions. So now we wanted to delete from position, and we wanted to delete like 10th position. Okay, so the linked list size right now is at 20. So let's run this, and here we are our exception that position doesn't exist. Okay, and let's try to print size as well here. Okay, so this is how our whole linked list will work. So here the size of the linked list initially it has 8 elements, then we deleted 2, then we deleted 2, then we again deleted 2. Okay, so this is how our whole linked list works. Okay, in the next videos, we will be doing some question based on linked list. I highly recommend you guys to write this code on your own and try and do the dry run as well. That will help you build intuitions behind this. Okay, so after all this, see you guys in the next video. We will be doing more quiz on linked list, and we will be covering many more DS algo topics. Until then, bye bye.